Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, welcome to my video. Let me introduce myself. My name is Haafizhoh Putri Evir with student ID number 20109222046, and today I'm going to present to you how to mix concrete correctly so you get the right consistency and strength every time you mix it. In this video, I will explain how to hand mix concrete so it delivers the maximum strength and durability. Because the mixing isn't complicated, and when it's done well, the concrete should last a lifetime. So without any further ado, let's get right into the tools and materials that are required in mixing process. So there are tools and materials that you need to prepare before you get into the first step. For the tools, you need to prepare bucket, dust mask, hoe, rubber gloves, safety glasses, and wheelbarrow. And for materials, you need to prepare concrete mix and water. One thing I really need to point out is you really need to protect your skin and eyes because the cement in concrete is caustic and can cause burns if it's get on your skin. So be careful during the whole process. So the first step that you need to do, you need to slice and dump the bag. Set the bag of concrete mix in one end of the wheelbarrow and slice it open with your hoe. Dump the mix from the bag and pull out the paper bag. After that, the next step that you need to do, you need to add a measured amount of water. Actually, one of the most common mistakes that people make is adding too much water and end up with concrete that is too thin and soupy. So to avoid that, first you need to pour a measured amount of water into the mix from a bucket rather than squirting it with a hose. So for future reference, you can mark the water level with a permanent marker like this. And after that, pour the water into the opposite end of the wheelbarrow and continue mixing for a few minutes after all the water is absorbed. Because the concrete will often get soupier as you mix, so if you add more water right away, it will end up runnier than you would like. So for the third step, you need to gradually wet the mix. Pour a small amount of the dry mix into the water with a hoe and mix it completely. Continue pulling and mixing until all of the powder is wet and the mix is spilled at your end of the wheelbarrow. Continue mixing by going to the other end of the wheelbarrow and pulling the mix back towards you. This method ensures that all the dry particles are completely wet. After you make sure that all the dry particles are completely wet, next step, you need to mix concrete by using a sturdy wheelbarrow to mix your concrete. And make sure it's on a level surface and brace the wheelbarrow with your knee when you're mixing from the side and work it until you get the perfect mix ratio. So this is how the right mixing looks like. The mix is just right when the side of the trough stand and the ingredients are thoroughly wet. A whole pad against the concrete will leave a slightly shiny surface. It's not too dry and it's not too runny. If it's too dry, you can add water 1 cup at a time and mixing between each addition. And if it's too runny, you can add more dry concrete and salt into the trench. So if your concrete already looks like this, it means it's perfect and ready to use. After this, don't forget to clean up promptly. Remember to clean your equipment right away because once the concrete hardens, it's a beer to get off. I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you for your attention. If you have any suggestion, question, or you want further information, you can reach me out at my mobile phone at 0895-1082-7428 and my email address at haafizhohputri@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. I think this is the end of the video and see you in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.